vendors that may sell tacos, that marinate the meat at home or in the garage or right there in the parking lot, but have no ability to keep it cold. They have the ability to cook it, but not keep it cold until it is cooked. Or the ability to put it in containers that are washed and clean, that you, otherwise if you put it in there, you contaminate the meats or whatever. Cut fruit. You know, a little known fact is that a lot of our most major foodborne illness outbreaks are associated with plants, not meat. A lot of people have the misconception that the majority of our foodborne illness outbreaks, where someone has eaten something and gotten sick, occur from meat. Actually, it occurs from produce, whether it be fruit, whether it be leafy greens such as spinach, where that product has gotten contaminated.
Ruben Abel Sanchez has been a street vendor located in Echo Park for nearly 20 years. He began vending after struggling to find work following a prison sentence he served years ago on account of DUI charges. He explained to us that vending is very hard work and making much money is unlikely, saying, "For every beautiful day when the streets are teeming with people, there are many days of rain or cold when you will be lucky to break even." He went on to explain that he lost his permit a while back due to lack of funds, and said that the process to obtain a new one has been difficult. This is because the city has capped the number of food vending permits, resulting in a 10 to 15-year wait list and black market. Within this market, holders who no longer vend pay $200 to the city and then flip their permits for up to $6,000 to $8,000. Abel explained that he would like to obtain a new one and fears tickets, but feels trapped within the system.
When you stopped doing making pizzas, you decided that you wanted to do this. What made you decide to come out here to this street and off Sunset?
In Sunset, I got maybe 20 years.
20 years?
20 years.
In the same spot? Right here?
Before I started tamales.
Tamales? Yeah.
Tamales, encapsulados, rice and meat, fruit.
Oh,
My name is Terrence Powell, and I'm a director in the Bureau of Specialized Surveillance and Enforcement, which is part of the Environmental Division, which is part of the Department of Public Health. Explain how you go into business. State law requires that anyone going into business submit plans to us. So if you're going into the restaurant business or in a building, you submit plans on the space that you have to ensure that you have the right equipment. We have a whole list of equipment that you have to have. It's largely menu generated. So if I were a market, the simplest equipment that one would have, of course, is a building that you put the food in. But you also have to have restrooms built to a certain standard, mopping facilities so you can clean the floors. And that's on a prepackaged sense. So you never touch the food, you're selling all packaged items. That's as simple as it gets. On the other end of that spectrum, if you're handling food, then we have a series of sinks that you would have to have, from food preparation sinks that are designed to thaw meats, rinse produce, things of that nature, to mopping facilities, warming units to keep food hot or cold if it's necessary, and that sort of thing. So it really runs the gamut, but it begins with submitting plans. Once you submit plans to us, we will review those plans. Once approved, you build whatever it is, whether it's a vehicle or your space, to those specifications. We'll come out and review it, and once that review confirms that it is to the specifications, we'll issue a permit, and from that point on, we'll monitor you with some periodicity to ensure that you remain in compliance in how you handle food. That's it on its simplest terms.
Trailer.
The trailer?
Coming to Tijuana.
Okay. And then you go to the trailer and you pick it up?
Yeah, in the warehouse, and ya go comply a la warehouse. In the warehouse, I buy everything.
You buy everything?
Yeah.
And then you come out here and you sell it for your own price?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, because the last time we came out here, I don't think I asked you that before. I don't think we asked about where you got your food from.
He is savvy enough to know that he's doing something illegal, and whether it is a discomfort in letting you see that legality or illegality, or just a discomfort in being around people, I can't tell, but I tend to think it's the former, that he knows he's doing something illegal. Clearly, if he's living in the same van that he's also selling food from, then he is illegal. Or, just for the sake of argument, perhaps at one point his vehicle was a legal type of produce truck of some sort. He may have sunk into illegality on hard times. Maybe he had a home, maybe he had an apartment, whatever, and that he had a side business, or his business was selling produce. And maybe he's gotten displaced and now he has to live into what was his business vehicle. I don't know the circumstances.
See, working only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, 3 days?
The 5 p.m.
5 p.m., yeah.
10 p.m.
Okay.
Tongue.
Oh, tongue, yeah.
Asada.
Asada, yeah.
The outcomes of people eating food off the street where they get sick and die. What I see regularly are those conditions that have a statistical balance to it that says, if this happens, you will get sick. And I see those conditions all the time. One of the things that's very key with foodborne illness is very much underreported. If you check the Centers for Disease Control statistics, the quote, I believe, is 76 million Americans get sick every year from eating food. If we were to maybe take that number down to maybe Los Angeles County, that number is probably more closer to 150,000 people. And I mentioned to you we get about 2,000 complaints a month, a year. So the question would be, where's the other 148,000? Well, I feel empathy for anyone that's trying to make a living. And I don't relish in the idea that we are preventing them from feeding their families or themselves. The issue here is I think we have a job to do in preventing what seems harmless, their activity from causing someone else to get sick. Foodborne illness also runs a spectrum of outcomes.